Yeah, Team USA plays Friday. It'll be a 6 p.m. West Coast start against Vietnam. This is a very different Women's World Cup. Field has been expanded, John, to 32. It's never been like that before. 8 newcomers have never played in World Cup competition globally. They're in this tournament, including Team USA's foe, Vietnam. There's huge controversy. And FIFA is walking around like there's no problem. FIFA is the governing body of football across the globe. Team USA, women's team, if they go the distance, Team USA will be grossly underpaid compared to what the men got. And here's the total dollar value. FIFA has confirmed last year in Qatar, the men's tournament, the men's collective prize pool was $440 million. Mm-hmm. This year, the women's collective pool is $110 million. That's all that FIFA is making available. There's a terrible, terrible imbalance. And the women are really upset. And of course, Team USA's women, led by Megan Rapinoe, she was very vocal, which led to a lawsuit, which led to a settlement in which the men and women wearing red, white, and blue get equal pay for international play. So that's the next crisis on the horizon. But FIFA's walking around saying, enjoy the tournament. Don't worry about $440 million versus $110 million. Mm-hmm. So there's an uproar coming in women's soccer over the disparity in pay. Team USA, Alex Morgan, Megan, the power player that Morgan is, the great dead ball talent that Megan is. And now we see the next generation, which is going to be featured. Keep in mind names like Allie Thompson. Keep in mind Trinity Rodman. Keep in mind Sophia Smith. This is the next group because Alex and Megan are probably, this is the last time we're ever going to see them play. One upset already on opening day, Norway. Norway got beat 1-0 in the first game they played in group play. And like I say, this is really different. We got all these new teams, different styles coming on board. So this can be a fascinating 3 to 4 weeks of women's soccer. And Team USA, first throw-in, 6 p.m. West Coast time on Friday against Vietnam. They got Portugal in their group. Obviously an opportunity to move on to the knockout round.
Well, yeah, it's great that we're actually going to see it at a normal American time, because I know some of these games are on in the wee hours of the morning, depending on when they break it down under. But it as much as we want to see the men and women on par, I mean, the reality is that there's a lot more corporate sponsorship. There's way more money in the men's game. You may not like that, but that's the reality. So the fact that one gets 400 million, the other one gets 100 something, 110. I mean, that's just business. Now, if Team USA decides to balance the scale and spread the wealth around, that's on them. But, I think the Women's World Cup has only been in existence for a pretty short time. Yeah. So it's not as big of a worldwide phenomenon as it is for the men.
They did not trigger the amount of TV revenue they had hoped for because the sport, as good as it is, dynamic as it is in some pockets of the country, has not arrived globally. It was interesting at the final press conference yesterday. Somebody posed a question down under in Australia at the press conference. Why has Team USA dominated and why is the globe trailing to catch up? And somebody mentioned something I had never, ever thought. Title IX. Hey, Title IX in college athletics has just been a difference maker in terms of growing talent, funding intercollegiate programs, allowing women to compete at the peak level in their conference. And I don't care whether you're at USC as a Lady Trojan or you're at Dartmouth College in New England. They said Title IX has fast forwarded the development of female in all types of sports, and that's not the same in Europe, and it's surely not the same in South America. Isn't that intriguing?
That is interesting. But it makes sense because, in Europe, they have this amazing developmental program for young boys. And America was always at, the disadvantage.
Exactly.
Because we only had really college as that pathway. Well, now flip it around. Now the college program for the women put them at the top of the heap. Good on them.
Yeah. On we go.